what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fitness School Friday. Today, we're going to talk about a super relevant topic for today's point in time, and that's the 4 keys to stay healthy with your kids' summer schedule.
The goal of the Best You podcast is to allow you to feel confident about what you need to do, why you need to do it, and how to do it in order to get closer and closer to your best you.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fitness School Friday. Today, I'm going to be helping out all of you guys who are in my 10-week transformation program, all of you mothers who are in my 10-week transformation program, and all of you mothers out there who are struggling to continue to stay healthy during the summer because your kids are going to their swim meet, their basketball game, their baseball tournament, their volleyball tournament, and their kids are all over the place, the camps and everything like that. And honestly, the tactics that I'm going to provide you with today are not just usable for mothers and parents, but they're going to be usable for all of you guys, and they're going to be applicable for all of you guys to stay healthy and on track with your health and fitness goals during the summer. But I just have had so many different clients during the 10-week transformation struggle with this. And so I wanted to record an episode specifically on this topic. So again, 4 keys to stay healthy with your kids' summer schedule, really 4 tips for practical steps to take on a week-to-week basis. Because look, I know it's hard. I know it's overwhelming to go from one thing to the next, from tournament to tournament, from swim meet to basketball practice to all these different things, especially if you have multiple kids and you're doing all these things, especially if you're working. Even if you're not working, it's still crazy, crazy, crazy. And I can't empathize with you because I've never had that, but I know what the craziness is like. When I was young, I used to play travel baseball. My brother used to play travel baseball. My sister used to play travel soccer, and my parents were driving us all the time, at least 30 minutes away, and we would travel across states and different regions and stuff. And so I know the chaos that traveling a lot during the summer and what that looks like. So I want to help you guys out. So step number 1 is to make a meal plan at the beginning of the week, based off of knowing when you're home / have time and knowing when you're not going to be home. One of the biggest things that holds us back from eating healthy and eating what we know we should eat is just a lack of preparation, because oftentimes time just gets away from us when we have these sorts of things, these games, and we kind of underestimate how long it's going to take to get places, how long it's going to take to prepare to leave. And so if we can make a meal plan at the beginning of the week based off of how much time we know we're going to have during certain periods, and when you're not going to have time, then you can really decide, okay, I'm going to cook these meals, or there's no way I'm cooking this meal, so I need to make sure I have something prepared and I have something that is healthy that I can bring on the go. So that's tip number 1, make a meal plan at the beginning of the week based off of knowing when you're going to have time versus when you're not going to have time to cook. Tip number 2 is to prepare healthy snacks for road trips and games, like in basketball gyms or swim meets or baseball games and baseball tournaments. So often we don't set ourselves up for success. And when we go to these sorts of events, we just go to the concession stand and there's nothing healthy at the concession stands. All there is burgers, fries, hot dogs, candy, and slushies, and unhealthy stuff. And you are bound to make an unhealthy decision because you're just so hungry at the time. So if you can make the preemptive decision to plan healthy snacks for your car ride, you're going to be less likely to pick up fast food. If you can prep healthy snacks to bring to the games, you're going to be less likely to get something unhealthy at the concession stand. So look after the future version of yourself who has the potential to be really hungry on the car ride, who has the potential to be really hungry during baseball games, who has the potential to be really hungry during swim meets. Set that person up for success by preparing a healthy snack to have on the road and at those particular games. Don't set yourself up for failure. Don't blame it on the fact that you were at their games. Don't blame it on their kids and their summer schedule. Take ownership and responsibility over the situation and taking control of what you have control over. I think that's the biggest, really overall message of these tips is oftentimes we can use the convenient excuse, and it is a legitimate excuse, to blame the kids' summer schedule for not staying healthy and for not staying on track with your health and fitness goals. And we can get to the beginning of August or the beginning of September, whenever kids' school start, and we can blame the fact that we gained 15 pounds on their summer schedule, when in fact, you could have controlled more than you actually thought. So step 2 was prepare healthy snacks for road trips and games and things like basketball gyms, swim meets, baseball games, etc. Tip number 3, when you go out to eat, 2 things. Number 1, try to choose a salad with a protein. Try to choose a salad with the protein so you get your greens in. Try not to add too much cheese on it. Try to get your greens in and get a healthy source of protein in there. That's number 1 with a light salad dressing. Don't just get ranch, with a light salad dressing. And then the second one is if you order something that's not a salad with a protein, get your side as a healthier side or a vegetable. Don't get French fries. Get a healthier side or a vegetable. Don't get necessarily a baked potato with butter, sour cream, and cheese and bacon and all that stuff. Get a healthier side. Because I think a lot of people underestimate the power of choosing a healthier side. Because you think you choose a healthier side one time, it's not going to make that big of a difference. But what if you go out to dinner over the summer for 3 or 4 times a week and you choose a healthier side every single time? You don't think that's going to stack up? Oh, that is definitely going to stack up. So choose a salad with a protein when you're eating out with a light dressing, or make sure your side is a vegetable or a healthier side rather than something like French fries. And then practical tip number 4 is bring a water bottle with you everywhere you go. Make sure you have a water bottle that is transportable, that you carry with you all the time, and that you enjoy drinking out of. I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people don't drink enough water because the water bottle is not something that they enjoy to drink out of. A lot of the people that I coach prefer to have water bottles with straws, and they feel like it's 10 times easier to make sure they get their water intake in if they have a water bottle with a straw. So if that's you, get one. If not, get one that you like. I prefer like a squirt water bottle. Actually, now that if you're watching a video, I've got my Gatorade water bottle right here. It just makes it more seamless for me to drink. And so bring a water bottle with you everywhere you go. Y'all, do not use the convenient excuse of your kid's summer schedule getting the best of your health and fitness goals. It is a convenient excuse. It is something that we can place blame on, but it doesn't do you any good besides taking you out of the blame. And taking you out of the blame makes you feel good now, but it doesn't do anything to help solve your problem. The thing that will help solve your problem is taking ownership and responsibility over doing the things that you can do, doing these things, making a meal plan at the beginning of the week. Sure, that's going to take time. Sure, it's something you're not going to want to do, but you've got to do it. You've got to make a meal plan at the beginning of the week, depending on knowing when you're going to be home, when you have time to cook versus when you're not going to be home and when you're not going to have time. You're going to make sure you prepare these healthy snacks for these road trips so that you're not setting the future version of yourself up for failure. You got to prepare these healthy snacks for when you're in the middle of a baseball game, the middle of a gym, the middle of a swim meet, and you get really hungry. Prepare those healthy snacks. Number 3, you have to, when you go out to eat, inevitably you're going to go out to eat something, right? You got to make it not as bad as it could be. You got to choose a salad with a protein, with a light dressing, and you got to make sure the side that you choose is not French fries. Get a vegetable or a healthier side. And lastly, bring a water bottle that you enjoy drinking out of with you everywhere you go. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. I hope you guys enjoyed these 4 tips today to stay healthy with your kids' summer schedule. If you're a mom and you inevitably probably have some other moms who are struggling with the same thing, the moms on your kids' sports teams, the mom who your kids are hanging around all the time, send them this episode. Send them this episode. Help them out. Help them take ownership and responsibility over their health here during this summer. All you got to do is send them to nickcarrier.com/podcast. Or if you just click the 3 dots and send it to them that way as well. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a 5-star rating and review. That's something that really helps the show move up the ranks. So if you want to do that right now, press pause. Scroll to the bottom if you're on Apple Podcast app, click 5 stars, leave a quick review. If you're on Spotify, you have the stars that you can click right there at the top as well of the show. Leave a 5-star rating and review. That helps the show move up the ranks so that people who are looking for new podcasts will discover the Best You podcast, and we'll get tips like this as well. Also, if you guys are here in town next week, a week from tomorrow, we have the next Best You event at the Music City Fit Expo. It's going to be our biggest and baddest Best You event ever. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have at least 75 people there, and I want to see you there as well. Come at 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 18th. 11 a.m. Saturday, June 18th. Go to www.nickcarrier.com/events. nickcarrier.com/events. I can't wait to see you there. Share the episode with a friend or family member who you think will benefit from today so that you can get closer to your health and fitness goals and not use the convenient excuse of your kid's busy summer schedule so that you can ultimately get closer and closer to your best you.